The beauty of indie gaming rests on developers having the ability to take risks, make statements, and create experiences. Unfortunately, the ugly nature of the indies is also right around the corner, waiting to rear its ugly head. Exposure. Indies thrive and die on word-of-mouth coverage. In an age where games are released at a cadence most are unable to keep up with, exceptional titles often fall by the wayside, buried under a sea of remasters, rehashes, and new flavors of the week. Himno is one such title that deserves your attention. David Sanchez has crafted a platforming experience that, while borrowing heavily from other titles, becomes its own experience that you should not miss. After the initial load screen, players are awakened in a world that seems familiar but wholly unique. Greeted by on-screen control layout, you are given no story and no direction. After a few minutes of exploration and trying out the buttons, it became apparent that this was an adventure you, as the player, are tasked with telling. Touted as a non-violent platformer, Himno is all of that while also serving as an allegory of sorts for the player. Often, while traversing the levels in search of the hidden wisps tucked away in the darkness, my mind would wander. Usually this would be a gigantic negative, as this would be indicative of the game's inability to grip the player or draw them in deeply. However, with Himno, the lack of any real threat, outside of falling into the water, affords the player the opportunity to ultimately relax and let their own mind begin to work out things. Soon, I was working through situations in my own life as I was simultaneously navigating the never-ending districts in need of light. This feeling was achieved by the harmonious blend of simple pixel graphics coupled with a vibrant score that can almost act as a companion as you progress through the procedurally generated districts. The music swells as you reach new heights, filling your ears with ominous yet soothing notes that wouldn't feel out of place in a cyberpunk-inspired world. Little sound cues alert players when they have found or are near hidden wisps that will light up the area. The lack of combat or interaction with others means a complete lack of additional sounds. This does not deter from the game, as again, the accompanying score and natural sound effects fill any voids. Speaking of voids, Himno at its core is a point A to B platformer that has you navigating random voids and chasms, trying to find the exit while avoiding that long descent to the water below. The beauty lies within the procedurally generated maps. While often a point of contention among players, the ever-changing design fits the title perfectly. Jumping is fluid and can be augmented via the wisps that are collected. Some give you the ability to jump to extreme heights, while others offer the brief ability to glide as you traverse larger and larger gaps. When you plummet to your watery end, and it will happen, the zero load time eases you back into the harsh reality that the collection of wisps are gone. However, awakening in the Wisps Garden offers the player the opportunity to select any one of the collected wisps to start a new run. Given the simplistic nature of the title, you would be remiss to think that it didn't have any staying power. Himno, while lacking an online leaderboard, does do an admirable job of stat tracking. However, the core gameplay and addicting loop created by searching for hidden wisps will have players returning, not just for the one more run, but for many more runs to be sure. Himno hits a sweet spot in not requiring the focus and dedication of an RPG, yet always calls you back, as you know the only reason you restarted is because you made an error in judgment. Himno is a surprising breath of fresh air. The dynamic sound design elevates a peaceful platformer into a must-play experience. While it is certainly the sole opinion of myself, the game as a whole package was able to lead me to a certain catharsis within my own life, while I wall jumped, dashed, and glided my way higher and higher through the districts. David Sanchez is to be commended for creating an experience that is able to reach outside the confines of a game and speak directly to the player through the trials and tribulations you experience on your own unique journey, both in the game and out. For more reviews and Let's Play videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with everything that's going on over here at Thunderbang. Until next time, bye-bye.